Hello everybody, Sorbeaten here and welcome back to another past paper practice video. In this video we'll be looking at some multiple choice type questions. So let's get straight into the first one. So this question says, if Q is equal to ABC, how many subsets can be obtained from set Q? So we know to find the number of subsets in any given set, the formula that we use is 2 raised to the n power, in which n represents the total number of elements in a given set. So in this case, we see we have 1, 2, 3 elements. So the formula here is 2 raised to the third power. And we see this answer would simply be D. So we need to be careful. Remember, it's 2 raised to the n power and not n raised to the second power. So just be careful with that. So let's move on to the next question. This question says we have a diagram. If P equal factors of 6 and Q equal factors of 4, then the shaded region represents. So we see we have factors of 6. So let's see, factors of 6 would be 1, 2, 3, and 6 itself. And factors of 4 will be 1, 2, and 4 itself. So this shaded region represents the intersection, which means the elements that are common in both sets. So you see in this case we have 1 in common, 2 in common. So in its intersection would be 1, 2. So hence the answer here is B. So the next question says, if 3n is an odd number, which of the following is an even number? So let's say instead of 3n we had an odd number 5. And let's look through these scenarios. So this first one says 3n minus 1, but instead of 3n we have 5. So 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. And we know 4 is an even number. So this answer here is simply A. But let's look at B. We already know the answer is A, but let's look at B. Let's see why we eliminated B. So instead of 3n, we had 5. So 5 minus, well, in this case, 5 plus 2 would give you 7. And we know that is not an even number. And the same thing for C. 5 minus 2 would equal to 3. And that is not an even number. And you can go on. So the answer is simply A, because when you add 1 to an odd number, that will become an even number. So this one says, if A is equal to 3, 6, 9, then the number of subsets of A is, so we know the formula to find the number of subsets in any given set would be 2 raised to the n power, in which n represents the number of elements in the given set. So in this case, you see we have 1, 2, 3, so we have 3 elements. So this will be 2 raised to the third power, which will be 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 multiplied by 2 would give me 8. So the answer here is simply 8. So the next one says, the set of positive integers is an example of, so we know positive integers would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. So in this case, we see that set would be, it will not be a finite set because a finite set has an n. It will not be an empty set because an empty set has no elements. So it will be an infinite set because an infinite set goes on and on and on and on and on infinitely. So this answer here is C. So with that, this has brought me to the end of this video.